Okay, so Universal's kind of talking about expansions within the park with the Pokemon franchise.
Did you wash your hands?
Caution, do not touch. Triceratops, this thing is massive. Universal, please.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It has been a month. I've not been here in a month. There is so much to talk about. We got the rumors about Pokemon. What's going on with that? We got rumors, we got speculations of expansions. Mardi Gras is happening. So much has changed. There's new merchandise, new Easter eggs. There's so much to cover in this video. I don't know how I'm gonna cover it all in one video, let's just say that. And also tonight, it's gonna be like the coldest it's been in like over a decade or 15 years in Florida. I think they're expecting like snow in Florida. So they're like hunkering down everything for the Florida cold. So on that note, let's go in.
All right, no medallions, nothing going on yet. We'll see the Mardi Gras medallion pop up the day before Mardi Gras. So wherever there is a plant, there's a little protective cloth over all the flowers to protect it from the freezing cold weather. So even just like the bottom of the palm trees, they're all covered up. This almost looks like, you know, there's like people doing construction on your house and they wear like those little booties so they don't track in any mud or anything. That's what these kind of look like on the bottom of the trees.
It is good to be back to our regularly scheduled programming. So the HHN update you guys watched, the last video, that was from like a month ago. So that was in December. So we're like back to normal and I'm just ready to kind of like crush it this year. I'm happy to be back. It's I really miss Universal and kind of just like the updates and like what's going on, and because like this place just brings me so much joy. So I'm happy to be back. Pretty much all the content will like kind of return to normal. There won't be like a week or two where I'm just not posting.
All right, so we got all the wrappings underneath the trees here. They have all these barricades up. It just looks like they were redoing the curb. There's some new concrete right there. And then same thing over here. You can see they're redoing the concrete right there for the curb. They got some new display windows. Oh man, this is good. Look at it. This is great. So we have the broken glass. So it looks like when she's kind of in the telephone booth. They have the crows all over the window for the birds. But let's go see the merch. What do we have over here? This is a new window. All right, so they have a Jaws window. This is all like the Universe merch, but they got the classic poster there. Let's get into the warmth. See what's going on. What is this like gimp suit looking minion? What is this? What is this, like a rubber sheet or something? What's going on with this little minion? All right, $45 for the little gimp suit skeleton plush minion, and he comes with whatever that is in there. I don't know what it is, but it was 60 bucks. It's like a whole new collection of that little skeleton minion. So it kind of has that like, that stain looks interesting. Okay, so the minion starts with this stuff. You get the rubber sheet and then you get the stains, okay. And then on the sleeve it says minions. And then just more of that stain on the back. And then $25 for this hat. But then you have a minion laying down like that. Looks like he's drooling a little bit. I guess the story is the start, what happens, and then the aftermath, I guess. $30 for this minion short sleeve shirt, and then $30 for this long sleeve shirt. Just to say Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, those are the main minions. So minion design there, and then something on the sleeve. I don't think this is gonna sell very well. This will probably end up in the Brown Derby. $30 for another short sleeve shirt with a minion with bananas. $25 for the new Frankenstein's monster figure. Let's see the birds collection. This is so good. Water bottle for $30. $37 for this shirt. Kind of got that 70s kind of design and feel. All the school children are running. $90 for this button-up jacket. Look at that. You got the birds right there on the pocket. There's nothing on the back. And then $25 for a scarf with a silhouette of the birds right there. $35 for an umbrella. Okay, look at this. So when the light looks through it, silhouettes on the inside. That's a wonderfully designed umbrella. And then $35 for this short sleeve shirt. The birds. Then they have another short sleeve shirt, $37. You got the birds right there, just chilling. $22 for a little coin purse, and then $60 they're gonna have the birds bag. This almost looks like a bowling bag, almost. $30 for the reversible bucket hat. It says the birds right there, and then you have this version with just the silhouettes. Then for $45 there's a long sleeve, and that says the birds on the back. This stuff is so good. No notes to this collection. I think this collection might be one of the best collections Universal's ever made. Every piece is good. It feels unique, feels well themed. I felt like a true Birds fan was making this merch, because we don't get too much Hitchcock merch anymore. We got confirmation that the tribute store will be over here. They're starting to set up the truss work, which will then be for the facade. Last year was the cryptids. I thought it was a masterpiece. It was so well done. See if they hit any little clues or anything in the windows sometimes I'll do that.
Okay, so when it comes to the Mardi Gras tribute store, the annual pass holders are gonna be the first ones that kind of enter into the tribute store. Well, it'll be team members, then APs. But let's go over the whole rundown for all the upcoming annual pass holder stuff for Mardi Gras. So for annual pass holders for Mardi Gras, you're gonna get early access to the Mardi Gras tribute store February 5th from 11 a.m. to park closed. Annual pass holders will have early access before the general public to the Mardi Gras tribute store. So before 11 a.m., I think at like 9 a.m., I believe it's like team members who can only go, and then annual pass holders can go. So there are going to be some exclusive annual pass holder offerings. There's going to be the King Cake Cola, which is a mocktail, and then also a spiked King Cake Cola. So that's the special annual pass holder offering. That's going to be happening at Cafe La Bamba. Annual pass holders are also going to get early access to the Cursed Coconut Club. Join us for a pass holder preview of the Cursed Coconut Club from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, February 7th, 2026. There's also going to be special Mardi Gras parade viewing for annual pass holders near Mel's from Thursday through Sunday. And then also starting February 7th, there's going to be the special annual pass holder magnet that you'll be able to pick up at the Tonight Shop or at the annual pass holder lounge at Islands of Adventure.
Okay, so over here, we got the Backlot Club. Now, the holiday season has ended. Now it is kind of that weird in-between season, so there's still stuff to kind of do, but I believe there's a big update coming for the Mardi Gras season, so I'm excited to cover that. Let's scan into this and see what happens. Now, here we go. We're entering into the Backlot Club at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're not there right now, so let's swipe over to Florida. So there's a little scavenger hunt right now. Check in at each location using your Backlot Club card. So, scan tower, type it in, enter. All right, 2 more to go. Our reward is just some XP. The tower's working, which is good. Now I finally got my first little wristband. So it says, I'm celebrating some monster teeth and the horror makeup show. It says Universal right there. So pretty much it's just kind of like a little magical moment. If you're wearing like a little celebration button, or if a team member really wants to make a little special little moment, they can give you a little wristband.
So like Disney used to have stickers, right? They would give cast members stickers to kind of like interact with guests to make those magical moments. And kids would like keep those little stickers, put it in a little treasure box and cherish it for like decades, right? And then down the road, they open that box and like, oh, look, I got this little sticker. And then they bring the whole family there. But then Disney budget cut it because there was no sticker budget. So that's why there's no more stickers really inside the Disney park. So I kind of love when Universal kind of does stuff like this, where it's like, you know what, Disney stopped doing little magical moments, but we're gonna do little magical moments like this. So a bunch of the different rides have the different wristbands. So if you're celebrating a birthday or celebrating something, I'm not celebrating, you know, being back in the park after a month. There's one for like most of the rides, but there's more coming.
Looks like they're getting the food booth set up over here. This is gonna be Mexico.
Okay, so we did the rundown for Universal Studios Hollywood of all the different dates and what's going on there, but now we have everything for Universal Studios Orlando. So let's do the whole rundown about all the different seasonal activities that are gonna be happening for Universal this year. So the events and experiences for Universal Orlando Resort, they're gonna start with Mardi Gras. So February 7th through April 4th, Mardi Gras is gonna be happening, which will then lead into kind of like the HHN preseason. And then also Butterbeer season is back from March 1st until May 31st. Then annual pass holder benefits for May 1st through May 21st. And then annual pass holder appreciation days from August 15th until September 30th. And then UAP nights will also be returning. Back to Hogwarts is going to be running from August 1st through September 1st. Halloween Horror Nights is going to be starting August 28th, running through November 1st. And then also the Dark Arts will be returning during the fall time. Now the holidays are going to run from November 4th until January 3rd.
It almost looks like the zombie apocalypse happened and they're just like covering up all the bodies or something, but they're just covering up all the flowers. Oh, look at this one. This one's for Brazil. Love the colors on it. Love the bit of cracking that they added and the distressing to make it look aged. Then you have like this lion or cat right there looking over the whole food booth. But yeah, they even added little cracks and everything. They continue kind of that bit of a dirtied wash paint design over here, and then even the register is themed. Okay, so DreamWorks is over there. The food booth has finally opened. Remember, it like used to be kind of like here. Now it's kind of pushed back here. There's no signage yet. That'll be coming, but let's see if there's any special food offerings, because normally with the food booths, there's special food. So what do we got? We got turkey leg, pretzel, popcorn, and chips, and then just freestyle, and then some canned beer. This will probably be a little seating area, I'm guessing. They'll probably put a table or two to kind of sit and relax. But there's no Easter eggs. There's a fan though. Now if you come over here, there's another freestyle machine. The more freestyle machines, the better, because those lines can get packed up pretty quick. Over here is going to be the Jamaica food booth. It says Taste of the Island. Now the menus have not been posted yet, but I'm sure in the coming days they'll pop up. Oh, they've bagged them all. They've all been bagged. Oh no. To protect from the cold weather tonight. This is just kind of bizarre to see, but they are all bagged. And then the birds are all there in the trees. They're all happy about the new merchandise. Cord update. We see the cords going up there, running into the Bloody Mary food booth. So we got the Bloody Mary food booth, and it's gonna be sponsored by Jack Link. So I'm guessing they'll just shove a giant meat stick inside your Bloody Mary. Over here, this one is gonna be chili. I got some little lanterns right there. So we got Mardi Gras starting in a couple days, and then in Philly, then the Universal kind of museum exhibit is gonna be opening. I was gonna go to that, but then life happened, kind of self-employed, and you take a month off. There's no paid time off, let's just say, if you are a YouTuber. So I had that, and then also I had to get a colonoscopy. So the budgets are having to be kind of switched around. So I might go to Philly later in the year, but at this point, it just doesn't make financial sense to go there. All right, for this food booth, it's gonna be for Austria. I kind of love all the woodwork that they did. Like, that's just not painted. They actually kind of carved all little hearts out. This is very well done. We got some sad news about Fast and the Furious Supercharged. It'll be officially closing forever in 2027. So ride it as much as you want. Listen to Cookie Puss as much as you want. The family, the family, the families. All right, over here, it looks like we have another Bloody Mary meat stick stand. No food stand back here. I don't know how they're doing it. It is so cold out, and he is shirtless in Florida. How is he doing it? So if you're wanting to go to Finnegan's, it's officially closed for right now. What does it say on the door? It says, oh shucks, we're closed through 2026. Sorry, we're closed. Go visit Lombard's in the San Francisco area. It's gonna be kind of a massive refurb. I think they're doing a bunch in the kitchen, and I think they're gonna kind of expand some stuff. That's like the rumors and stuff, but it's gonna be a massive kind of refurb, but it's not going anywhere. They're just kind of, you know, working on stuff. We're heading over to the Mummy. Good news, the Backlot Club Tower is on. It is working. We can get some XP. We got 2 check-ins, 1 more to go. Gonna claim it. Okay, will we complete the Backlot Club challenge? As you know, every single time we've come, pretty much, I would say 80% of the time, they either run out of the cards or the towers are not on. Yeah, is this tower not on? I'm not making this stuff up. Yeah, you heard my little TED Talk rant. There's great things coming, but you need someone to maintain this stuff throughout the park. Tower's off. The tower's off. Here, cord update. Here we go. Let's follow it all the way here to disappointment. Tower is off. So I can't complete the challenge. I can't get my bonus XP. Universal, please. They got a little Bourbon Street beer cart. But here we go, pardon our desk. We got all the different concerts that are gonna be happening. Pretty solid lineup. I don't go to the concerts because they're just too busy and too crowded, and I'm an old grumpy old man now. I like to be at home in my peace and quiet. But if you're into concerts, these are all included with your standard park ticket. You don't have to pay extra. They're all included with your park ticket. I like this design. Oh, it's a gator. Oh, that's so good. Look at that design. This is what I'm talking about. The eye is gonna illuminate. You got the lights to make the kind of crown shimmer. This is a very well done food booth. Oh, I cannot wait to see what they have here. There's another one right next door. This is gonna be for the bayou. Got all kind of the moss growing all over it. Again, these are all kind of themed to the menus. I love it. I love the amount of theming that's going into food booths now at Universal Studios. Hashtag the panda's up there, waving to everyone. He's welcoming everyone in to pick up their annual Passholder lanyard in here, the Shrek one. Thank you, hashtag, thank you. All right, so here's the annual Passholder lanyard. It's going away in a couple days for all the Mardi Gras magnets that are gonna be popping up, but you can pick this up at the annual Passholder lounge at Islands or here in the Tonight Shop. All right, what is going on with this booth? I love the paint on it. Oh, it's for Puerto Rico. Love the design of this booth. What do they have around the side? Anything? That's cool. Finally been announced. The family coaster is coming to Universal Studios Orlando. So, it is the Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift, a new roller coaster coming 2027 to Universal Orlando Resort. So you have the Hollywood Drift inside New York coming to Orlando, Florida. That's happening. Then we got Dom's car right there. So I know a lot of you guys are upset. I know you all wanted a Ghostbusters coaster or a Back to the Future coaster. I will say in the future we might get those properties for something else. But the coaster is gonna be the family coaster. It's gonna be a great coaster. Kind of a copy and paste, I believe, from Hollywood. And the Hollywood coaster is gonna be insane, but that's on the side of a hill. This is not. So it's gonna be a different layout, but I believe the same kind of cars. But yeah, the walls have changed, and we'll be looking at this for the next year and a half. All right, looks like they got another meat stick stand over here. They're drilling something. Working on the coaster. Okay, so there's no Back to the Future coaster coming to Orlando. There's some Back to the Future stuff coming to FanFest. We know this because there was auditions that were kind of posted, and there's also some more info about some of the stuff that's happening. Here's some of the auditions for the performing roles rumored to be for FanFest. These are gonna be for Jurassic Park. So it's sounding like we're gonna have a massive Jurassic Park experience that has not been announced yet. Apparently it's gonna be really good. They're casting for John Hammond, Dennis Nedry, and Ian Malcolm. Now they're also searching for dinosaur handler puppeteers. And then for face characters, they're trying to cast for Marilyn as seen in the 1955 film, The 7-Year Itch. And they're also casting for Marty McFly. So it does look like there's gonna be some Back to the Future representation returning for FanFest. Now Dungeons and Dragons is also returning, so they're casting for the 2 characters for that, and then also for One Piece, they're casting for Luffy. So Universal's Instagram posted this, talking about the new additions for FanFest Nights. Set sail for adventure at Universal FanFest Nights with the new One Piece Grand Pirate Show. Experience Luffy and the Straw Hat crew in a high-energy spectacular of battles, stunts, and pyrotechnics. Adventure awaits. What are you waiting for? So there is confirmation now about the Waterworld One Piece show. And then also Dungeons and Dragons is returning again. We need your help to save Waterdeep. Rally the fellow adventurers in the returning fan favorite Dungeons and Dragons Secrets of the Waterdeep. Embark on the daring quest to free the city from the clutches of the monstrous Xanathar in this immersive walkthrough adventure, venturing into the Forbidden Forest and embark on a daring adventure filled with spells, surprises, and magical creatures in the whizzing world of Harry Potter at Universal FanFest Nights. And we got some more info about Scooby-Doo, the ultimate mystery mashup at Universal FanFest Nights. Become an extra in a movie gone wrong as the iconic Universal monsters are unleashed on the Universal Studios backlot. You must join Scooby-Doo and the gang to solve the case and save the shoot with immersive sets, character encounters, and cinematic chaos. This is one mystery you won't want to leave unsolved. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things coming to FanFest in Hollywood. And then after a couple years, then eventually, you know, it's heavily rumored to be coming here. Get our first look at some of the Mardi Gras merch. $65 for this button-up shirt. 95% polyester. So you are gonna sweat a lot if you are wearing this. It's not gonna breathe very well. It's a lot better than the scratchy Disney shirt design. I just wish they made Roosevelt's, but just with Universal's designs on them. So it says Mardi Gras with the neon. You got King Gator right there. Baron Tawtaw. $25 for the little shoulder pad. This is great of a Baron Tawtaw. It's so good. It's weird and funky. I love his little leg. I might get one of these when the tribute store opens. Now we got a short sleeve shirt down here. $25. Now you're gonna have King Gator right there. Earl the Squirrel, not the tribute store Earl the Squirrel design though. And then Little Boo, but nose job Boo, where the design is right there, not brought down. $35 for this shirt. This almost reminds me of like the logo for diners, drive-ins, and dives. But it says live music, Universal Mardi Gras, Party All Night 2026. $20. There's a fan right here that you can pick up, Universal Mardi Gras. I don't see a price on them. You pick these up with the Baron right there. Then they have a hoodie with that same design. You're looking at $65 for the hoodie. And then on the front, it'll say Universal Mardi Gras. So I kind of like the neon aesthetic that they're going for. $35, we're gonna have this Mardi Gras shirt with King Gator, Little Boo, and Earl the Squirrel on it. $30, we got like a velvet hat. This is so good. Then on the back, we'll have a little crown right there. That's a good design. And then $27 for a little Baron headband. So far, shoulder pad I think is great. Hat's great. Wish this was Roosevelt's though. And I like that design with the neon. $16, you have a limited edition pin. You have some beads coming out of the mask. $18 for this keychain. Comes with a little beaded bracelet and then also a little bottle opener. $16 for this Mardi Gras magnet. And then $16 for your little freestyle cup sling, and it says Party Like a Baron. Oh, these flowers right here, these are not going to survive the night. They're not covered up. So we're about to exit, but look at these collectible pennies. I've never seen this one before. Skull Island Reign of Kong, but this is the old Confrontation design. This is not the vehicle that you're in. That's the old Confrontation design, but they're putting Skull Island Reign of Kong over it. You got classic Shrek and little Einstein right there. Little Einstein with the stopwatch around his neck. So you can pick these up here. They got a promotion for the new Burbs series coming to Peacock. Now they filmed this all at Universal Studios Hollywood on the backlot. The adventure begins. So we're gonna go to the annual Passholder Lounge first. They even don't want this poor little fire hydrant to get cold. If you want to get some Starbies inside Island, sadly, it's under refurb right now. Pardon our dust, Starbucks is temporarily closed for future renovations. They have a special event happening at the annual Passholder Lounge. This is like the closest you can get to a rainbow tunnel at a theme park now. The special annual Passholder coloring pages. You got the Universal Archway right there, the Lighthouse for Islands. You got the volcanoes for Volcano Bay. You got that Jones Epic. Agents, I just want to thank you for keeping our planet safe. Aww. But there's a quick question. I see these numbers over here and a red button. Should you touch the red button?
When you say you,
yes.
You mean me, you, or...
I'm not a certified agent like you, but should a standard human touch the red button?
I'm just... did you wash your hands?
No. Okay, I'll wash my hands, then I'll touch it. Okay.
As long as you sing the birthday song before you finish.
Awesome. Waited like literally 12 minutes to have a little personalized meet and greet with Frank the Pug. Again, I'm happy that Universal's doing stuff like the wristbands for the standard guests and special stuff for annual pass holders to make the guests feel appreciated. Because when I go to Disney, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel appreciated at all whatsoever. I just feel like a number, where here I feel like an actual person. I feel like a valued guest. So I hope Universal continues to kind of invest in their fan base, invest in the guests, and you know, the Backlot Club will be a part of that. We just need to get those freaking towers working.
You gotta be a pretty brave soul to be riding this attraction right now with this weather. Yeah, there's no one on it. But it's open right now. Kong is a 90-minute wait. A 90-minute wait for Kong? What? And the Jurassic Park vehicle has finally returned. Went under refurb for a very long time. They got tire shine on it. They put on a fresh coat of wax, but it looks like they did a full refurb on it. I just love that out of all this plant life, there's one little thing they gotta cover up. I know some people were thinking this could be a Jurassic World overlay like how they did in Hollywood. No, it's gonna be a Jurassic Park overlay. The ride needs a lot of work.
A lot of animatronics have not been working correctly, trying to find the parts, companies going out of business. This is gonna be a massive overhaul of the ride, which is kind of like updating stuff, making it look so much more nicer.
We've made it to Jurassic Outfitters. New banners have popped up. Meet a Dino, a T-Rex, or a Triceratops over here. Meet a Dino. It's got the classic merchandise design with the silhouette of the palm trees with the dinosaur right there. So let's go see the dinos inside. This raptor was here before. There's a Triceratops. Caution, do not touch Triceratops. This thing is massive. So it looks like it's just peeking its head in through a window. There's also a bunch of stuff. Is this stuff new? From Jurassic Park 3?
You know what, let's go over all the different Easter eggs that are hidden above the displays here in Jurassic Outfitters. So we have one of the most famous phones in all of film, the Jurassic Park 3 phone. We have that ringtone stuck in our head. As you know, Alan Grant, right, trying to make the call. Big part of the film. And then also the flare gun that Alan Grant shoots off. That's represented right there in the case. And then right here we can see the old school JVC little camcorder. Nick is using this to record some stuff. And then also from Lost World, we have the tranquilizer gun. So they have the tranquilizer darts. And then also the gun. Again, spot on to the film. And then from the first Jurassic Park film, this is kind of the survival case that's in the back of the car. So we got the flares. You remember Alan Grant with the flare trying to distract the T-Rex. The light that we see throughout the entire film. And then the water bottle next to it is kind of a deep cut. If you remember when it starts raining, they kind of stick the bottle out to collect some of the rainwater. That's what that water bottle is. And then we're going to have from the Lost World, the satellite phone that Ian Malcolm uses. So those are just some of the fun little Easter eggs that were hidden inside the gift shop.
Then the T-Rex has appeared here. They kind of recreated the scene inside the bathroom and the T-Rex breaks through and eats him. They had this in the tribute store, but they redid it and it's a photo op now, which is wonderful that it's inside the shop. See how the lighting looks perfect on the T-Rex. It's spooky, but well lit. Yeah, it's all closed up where you would get off the ride. And they just got the raptor watching over everyone, making sure no one sneaks in there. It's got that judgmental look on him.
I like that Universal's kind of constantly sprucing up different gift shops, adding different things.
They got another little T-Rex toilet photo op, you know, when you're saying goodbye to that sea bass that you just ate. Then we got the sign right here. Jurassic Park River Adventure is currently closed for scheduled maintenance, reopening late 2026. Please visit our other Universal Islands Adventure attractions. This is from Jurassic Park Environmental Control. We got the logo right there, and there's dinosaurs going along the entire wall. Yeah, they got stuff and that tree covered up, and then when you're coming down here by Velocicoaster, they're gonna have another covering with some of the plants right there.
Okay, so Universal's kind of talking about expansions within the park with the Pokemon franchise. So Woodbury had this to say. So Boardwalk Times tweeted out a quote from Mark Woodbury talking about the Pokemon experiences and attractions coming to Universal Parks. Mark says this,
Collaborating with imaginative and inventive storytellers fuels our ability to create and deliver mind-blowing attractions and experiences that shatter guests' expectations. The Pokemon Company is one of the most beloved interactive franchises in the world, and through our ongoing partnership, we will continue bringing its vibrant world to life in new and innovative ways years to come.
There's a very, very, very good chance we will get Pokemon inside the domestic parks.
They got the walls up. The water's drained. Poseidon's been closed for a very long time. It wasn't supposed to close when it did. It was supposed to be open kind of a lot longer. They did a lot of refurbs and they found a lot of water issues and stuff like that. So
that's why this has kind of been abandoned for such a long time. So back to Pokemon. Again, this is all rumors and speculation, hearsay and all that stuff. If it does come, it'll be very interactive, kind of like Super Nintendo World. A lot of really fun stuff for Pokemon fans. Again, we got a long road to go. Universal's doing a great job with kind of cherry picking these franchises to make their brand bigger, right? Disney's kind of stuck with their Disney film. They don't go with other IP stuff besides their Fortnite, then they collab with different IPs. But Universal, as we're seeing with FanFest, they're like, oh, let's go with anime. Then we'll go with this movie franchise, then we'll go with this. And then it brings in new fans, then they grow to love the Universal theme parks. And that's why with Pokemon, heavily rumored to be coming, that would bring in such a massive fan base because Pokemon is a massive, massive, massive multi-generational IP like Nintendo. Universal's doing a great job of kind of picking and choosing IPs to work with and what they're going where. Like Pokemon's already in the international parks. So if you're a Pokemon fan, there's a lot to get excited about inside the States. Universal, again, their next 10, 15 years, the pipeline is looking so good. Things are always changing and moving around and stuff gets canceled and stuff comes back, but there's a lot of really great stuff coming and this is a great time to be a Universal fan, and that's why I'm kind of glad that Universal is investing in their annual pass holders and guests to making them fall in love with the place because there's a bright future ahead. We will talk about updates and stuff in the future, but that's just my little 2 cents about the Pokemon rumors and speculation.
So right over here by the Port of Entry Waterworks Authority, you're gonna have the lockers right, the bathroom is right there, but they just painted this. It looks great. So Universal even posted about it, so let's show that real quick.
So Universal's Instagram posted this. A new splash of color has arrived at Universal Islands of Adventure. This vibrant mural is the result of a creative collaboration between 2 talented team members. Together, they fine-tuned colors and techniques to make sure every detail matched the vision.
So here's a better look at the lighthouse. On that note, let's go to City Walk now. I'm gonna see how the Coconut Club looks. It is a ghost town up here right now, but we're gonna go down to the Red Coconut Club, see what they've added so far. Now, what's going on over here? Is that like a Wendigo or something right there? Some coffins. But they got all sorts of little wind chimes. These are cool. Oh, look at the wall. Okay. What the heck is that? Is that the swamp ape down there? What is going on? Some giant snakes, Baron's hat, skeleton. So the Cursed Coconut Club, cryptids, spirits, and dive bar. Got a little Bigfoot right there. Okay, so we got the sign right here. It's gonna be open from Wednesday through Sunday. Opens at 5 p.m. Starts February 7th through April 4th. Free admission, live entertainment, exclusive drink offerings, all ages welcome. I cannot wait to see what's inside there. I love the wind chimes. I love that it's windy and you can hear them. Yeah, they got a mermaid right there. It's finally happened. All of the billboards have now been replaced. They're no longer sun faded, and they've actually been updated with the new designs and logos and stuff. That looks great. This really brings City Walk up to the current day and age, because those things were looking rough for a very long time. But they're all done. They look wonderful. All of these flowers outside the movie theater have all been wrapped up to protect from the frost and the cold coming tonight.
Okay, the temperature is starting to drop a little bit. It's getting real chilly. So, on that note, let's go back to the office and go get warm. Okay guys, we're back in the office. We survived the cold weather, but we have a big week ahead of us. We have the Mardi Gras tribute store. We gotta go over all the different Easter eggs. Opening of Mardi Gras, we're reviewing the food. Then we also have the Coconut Club. So there's a lot of different Universal coverage coming, and we have some more Disney stuff coming. But guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button if you have not already. Hit the subscribe button and join the family. We love the family! Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and theme parks around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
Gimp's Hoot Skeleton plush. Have all been wrapped up to protect from the and the cold